boy Marcus Jordan, aka Swag. Welcome to the second episode of the Talk Podcast. With the NBA announcing the seasons, we're gonna dive into the matchups. With that being said, let's get right off into it. Over in the East, we got the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Orlando Magic. That should be a sweep. It's not really here to discuss. Giannis, Middleton, Bledsoe, Lopez brothers, twins. I mean, it's just too much. Orlando, I don't think, stands a chance. I don't even think they'll win a game. One of the games may be competitive. If Milwaukee is serious, they got to go out there and sweep these boys. Don't play around. Just handle business, you know what I'm saying? So I got Milwaukee in a sweep. Like I say, it's not really much to discuss in that series. DJ Augustine, he's been playing great in the bubble. I think he's gonna do his thing. But for the most part, they just outman. So I don't see Orlando putting up a fight at all. I got Milwaukee in a clean sweep 4-0. Toronto Raptors versus the Brooklyn Nets. I think we know the Raptors going to win. I got the Raptors 4-1. Pascal, Lowry, Van Fleet. I mean, them boys, they be balling. They second seed in the East without Kawhi. I like the Nets though. I like LeVert. I like Joe Harris shooting the three. They a nice, cool team, but they ain't got their dogs. They don't got KD. They don't got Kyrie. But the crazy thing about this series is that Toronto's not like a super high-powered offensive team. So with that, it's kind of like Brooklyn is scrappy. So some of these games are gonna be close, in my opinion. I think some of the games can be going into the fourth quarter type games because Toronto's just not gonna go out there and they just got superior talent. They're a solid team. They got they good offense, good defense, but they not like crazy 125, 130 point scores. They don't have even though Pascal's coming into his own and Van Fleet, he can get 30 at any given time, but they just not potent, deadly offensive players like that. And the way Brooklyn play, they scrappy. They play D. LeVert, he was first team all bubble. So the way he been hooping. Anything I think they could get a game just off their scrappiness and LeVert maybe having a big game. So I'm gonna give them one game. I got Toronto 4-1 knocking out the Brooklyn Nets. Next series, the Boston Celtics versus the Philadelphia 76ers. If you guys seen the first episode, Philly was my dark horse team to come out of the East, but when Ben Simmons went away, so did their chances. I'm talking about he caught a knee injury, he got to have surgery, he left the bubbles, and when he left the bubble, they chance to do anything left the bubble with them. They still got talent. They still got Joel Embiid. They still got Tobias Harris. They got Al Horford. They got some players, but they lost their second best player, and they lost a lot. Ben Simmons is probably their best playmaker. Not even probably, he is their best playmaker. He's their best defender. He could defend multiple positions. He's a rebounder. He brings so much to their team that I don't think they're going to be able to fill that void. And they picked up the guy, I believe his name is Alec Burke. I believe that's his name. He's solid. I like him. You know what I'm saying? He's been balling actually in the bubble. He's been balling, but we talking about Ben Simmons, and then we talking about Burke. It's levels. You know what I'm saying? So and then let's take into the consideration. Alec Burks. Let's take into consideration because now they're going with the lineup: Shea Milton, Alec Burke, Josh Richardson, Tobias at the 4, and Joel Embiid. That's still a solid lineup. It's not sexy or nothing like that. It's a big difference between Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Tobias. We talking about 7 feet, 6'10", 6'10". That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy size. with Josh Richardson and Shake Middleton, 6'5", 6'5", that's crazy. You know, but now we got Burke, he's 6'6". We got Shake, we got Josh, so we got 6'5", 6'6", 6'5", 6'10", 7 feet. That's a big difference, and I think that plays right into Boston's hand. Like, Boston got that perimeter team; they want to play small. You know, and I think this just feeds right into their hand. They got Jason Richardson. I said Jason Richardson. They got Jason Tatum. They got Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Kemba can play some more minutes. Marcus Smart. You know, Gordon Hayward. I just think it's going to be too much Boston at the end of the day. They high power offense. I like Philly. Like I said, I got this going 6 games now. You know, at first I would have took Philly in a 7-game series, but without Ben Simmons, I'm gonna go Boston in a 6-game series. And we also got to keep in mind that Joel Embiid has been having back spasms down here. In the bubble, they're playing every other day. You don't get the travel day when you normally get the 2 home games and then you got to go to the away. You get that extra travel game where you can rest up and up. Joel's playing every other day. He's already getting back spasms. Like, so can he carry the burden of playing 36, 38 minutes where they are going through him like meaningful minutes every other day without his back flaring up, without, you know what I'm saying, something of that issue? Because before, let's just say that would have happened, you still got Ben Simmons. And now you could just play Al Horford big minutes instead. You could play Joel maybe 20, 22 minutes. And you're playing Al Horford the bulk of the minutes at the 5, but now you got Ben. Now you running everything through Ben. Ben, boom, he playing 4 out, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But without that, I think it's going to be too much to overcome. So I'm taking Boston in that series, 6 games, 4-2 Celtics over Philly. And I think the most competitive matchup of the Eastern Conference is going to be Miami and the Pacers. My Pacers without Sabonis, though, I don't think they could beat the Heat. I'm going to take the Heat in a 6-game series, 4-2. I just think they got too much. They got Bam, they got Jimmy, they got Gordon Dragic, they got Kendrick Nunn, who should be first team all rookie. They got the kid from Kentucky, Tyler Hero, he's the shooter. Kelly Olynyk, they got depth. Spo gonna make sure they play defense. Like Indiana, they nice though. Like T.J. Warren has been going nuts in the bubble. I'm talking about crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a 53-point game, a 40-some point game, 30. Like dude has been going crazy against everybody in the bubble. But Miami, they played Miami. He had like a 10-piece, 11-piece, something like that. So Miami know how to play him. And if TJ Warren can't go crazy versus Miami in this series, I don't see them pulling off the upset without Sabonis. With Sabonis, Victor Oladipo, and the way TJ Warren has been playing, this could be a 7-game series, a coin toss, to be honest. But without Sabonis, and it seemed like Miami has TJ Warren number. I read a stat that said even before the pandemic, the 4 games versus Miami this season, TJ Warren averages 10.7 points a game. So that tells you, like, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, Jimmy, because, you know, and we all know what happened. You know, him and Jimmy had this spat, the headbutt, where they, you know, was about to get into it, and they would meet me in the locker, all this. And we know Jimmy got big nuts. Jimmy, he's going to step up to any challenge. So I think it's his personal challenge to make sure TJ Warren don't get off. And so far, he's accomplished his challenges. So I'm going to take Miami in a 6-game series, although I think it's going to be competitive games down to a wire game. I think Victor Oladipo is going to show up. Well, Warren might have a game here and there, but I think for the most part, I think Miami will find a way to be able to control him. And I just think they got too much on the other end, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, they 7, 8 deep, easy, quality minutes. You know what I'm saying? And if they shooters hitting, that's a tough team to beat. So I'm gonna go Miami 4-2 over the Pacers. Let's jump over to the Western Conference. We're gonna go into the Houston Rockets and the OKC Thunder. Who would have thought first round Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook playing against each other, playing against their old team? We all know at the beginning of the season they both got traded for each other. They swapped teams, and now they're in a first round matchup. This is crazy. Only thing, Russ is expected to miss some time with a quad injury. It's unsure how many games he missed. I think this series is going to be a funny series only because of the Russell Westbrook thing. I think personally James Harden is good enough to beat Oklahoma City, and he's an MVP Finals candidate, and he needs to show us this series because he might not have Russ, and if he do get Russ back, we don't know when. He could get Russ back game 4, game 3. What's the series count going to be then? Because OKC is solid. Shea Alexander, they got Dennis Schroeder, Chris Paul, Steven Adams, Roberson back. Like, we know what Roberson gonna do. They gonna put Roberson right on James Harden. He's gonna make him work. Like, James gonna do James, but he's gonna work, and we know James MO. Wear down, wear down, wear down. High usage rate, he wear down. So we don't know with the Russ thing, but I think when Russ do come back, if they up 2-1, if they down 2-1, I just think Houston, I like Houston. They got Austin Rivers, like he just had a 40-point game. You know what I'm saying? They got Jeff Green, still got PJ Tucker, Covington, House. Man, they still gonna do what they do, and Eric Gordon's back. You know what I'm saying? So they putting out a solid 5 still, but let's not act like they're not gonna miss Russ. Like, we talking about a former MVP, a top 10 player in the league. They're gonna miss Russ. Can OKC capitalize while Russ is out? That's gonna be the key, because OKC play defense and they got talent. They got talent, but they don't have James Harden, Russell Westbrook type talent. And no slouch to Chris Paul. He's a point guard, but we know Chris Paul is more of a facilitator. You know, he wants to get 22 points, 12 assists. He's not trying to get 40. That's not his game. And do Shea Alexander, you know, Gallinari, which is on Oklahoma City, he's capable of having a big game, but is he still that 30-point scorer? You know, can Shea go get 30? Can Dennis Schroeder get 30? Like, you know, this is gonna be a good series. I can see all these games coming down to the wire, especially without Russ. But I just think if OKC don't take advantage of Russell Westbrook missing a couple of games, that they won't be able to pull off this upset. I'm gonna go Houston 4-2, only because Russ is coming back during the series. They just don't know when. But if Russ missed this series, I think this is a great chance that OKC could upset Houston. But with the fact that Russell Westbrook will come back sometime in this series, I'm going to edge Houston 4-2 over the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's go to Denver and Utah. Another good series. Got some key players out. Gary Harris and Will Barton from Denver is going to miss some time. They're saying they're not sure when they're going to come back. Same thing like the Russell Westbrook thing. And then with Utah, well, we know Bogdanovich. He having a surgery, so he's going to be out. So they got O'Neal playing. He's a solid player. You know, he's like a utility guy. He doesn't score. You know, he's just like a good hard player. He fits what Utah does. Plays defense, rebounds. You know, he's going to make the right play offensively. He's not going to do too much, not going to do too little. You know, they got Donovan Mitchell, the spectacular, you know, guard. They got the steady hand of Mike Conley. You know, Jeff Ingles. You know what I'm saying? He going to shoot the 3. Then they got Rudy down there, two-time defensive player of the year, clogging up the middle. So they're a solid team. And then they got Clarkson coming off the bench, giving them firepower off the bench. The thing is with them is Clarkson is going to play a major role because he's streaky and he hasn't been playing that well in the bubble. If he could come in and give them a shot in the arm off the bench, 14-ish, 15, hit some big shots, get them some offense, some extra offense other than Mitchell and Conley, I think that they can push these games. But I just think Denver is just deep. Watching them in a bubble, like, I'm gonna be honest, I like Joker, but I thought losing the weight was gonna, hinder him. But man, Joker is out here playing just like the Joker. Like, he's out here destroying people. So, and then they depth is crazy. They got a kid, PJ Dozier. Oh my God, he out there balling. Michael Porter Jr. Oh my God. Then they got Jamal Murray. We know the Joker, Paul Millsap. With the emergence of Michael Porter and like people like PJ Dozier and stuff like that, I think they could get past this series without Gary Harris and Will Barton. If they come back this series, they can ease them in slowly, and to get them ready for the next round. But I think they got enough talent. This is basically like I think this the youth versus kind of like the veterans. Because I look at Conley as being a veteran, I look at Gobert as being a veteran, Jeff Ingles as being a veteran. Donovan Mitchell's young, but he plays like he got more of the old school type game. Maybe it's because of the Utah type style, but I think I got Denver beating Utah 4-2 in that series. We're gonna jump to the Clippers in Dallas. On paper, it looks good. You see Luka. You see what's the unicorn. You see Luka, the unicorn. You see Tim Hardaway Jr. They're gonna score. Like, they gonna score the ball, but they don't play the defense. Like, this is gonna be an easy series for the Clippers. Like 4-1. I give Luka a game. He might go crazy. They might hit a bunch of threes. They got Steph. They got Tim Hardaway Jr., Luka. But he gonna work. They got Pat Bev. They got Paul George. They got Kawhi Leonard. They got some bodies to put at him. They got Green. They got some people to wear him out. And Luka's a finesse player right now. He's a European player. They typically out finesse. He's talented though. He's very skilled. I think he's going to be able to do his thing, but he's going to work for it, and we don't know how that's going to affect his play in a playoff series where they focus in on a player and they try to take things away. Same thing with Porzingis, dope talent, call him unicorn because we've never seen nothing like him before. But I mean, let's keep it real. Like, he's soft, and we know the Clippers got dogs, man. Montrez is back, like. I don't even really see this being a series. I can see Dallas scoring some points though. They're gonna score some points. That's just the way of their team. They score points, but they don't play no defense. They don't get no stops. They don't rebound. Clippers is gonna be too much. I got the Clippers beating up 4-1. And then we're gonna jump over to the Lakers in Portland. All you motherfuckers out there that think Portland is gonna beat the Lakers, come talk to me. Come have a conversation with me. I have money on the Lakers. Come find me on Facebook, Marcus Jordan. Send me a DM. I got whatever on on the Lakers to beat Portland. With that being said, Portland, Dame Dollar, I get why everybody excited, blah, 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 and then, Lakers ain't been looking that good in the bubble, but we not gonna do that. Like, Portland, they guard play. The Lakers ain't gonna be able to stop the guards. Let's just get that out there. Dame Lillard and CJ McCullough is gonna cook. They're gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get 55 to 60 a night. I'm just penciling them in. No Avery Bradley, no Rondo. Them boys gonna cook. But I don't see, like, they don't play D either. They play a little bit better defense than Dallas, but they don't play defense. They don't have an answer for Anthony Davis. If you go look at Anthony Davis doing a year versus Portland, he did whatever he wanted to do against them. He was cooking them boys. He's gonna kill them. So let's get that out of the way. LeBron, like, shout out to Carmelo Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. The NBA didn't think he had anything left. He's showing that, you know what I'm saying, he's still a viable player. He looks good out there. But we're not going to act like Anthony Davis can guard LeBron James. Like, nah. I mean, Carmelo Anthony can guard LeBron James. Like, we not going to do that. Like, LeBron finna. The only thing I don't like about this is because they homeboys. I don't know if LeBron, I think at this point LeBron will go at the man, but you know, LeBron don't want the man to not be in the league because it could get bad out there. It could get real bad out there for Carmelo. You know what I'm saying? So we know he don't play defense as it is. So maybe they gonna, cause they got Zach Collins at the four. We know they not finna let him play too many minutes at the four trying to guard Anthony Davis. We know that's not gonna happen. So maybe they go small. But then, Carmelo, he's going to be getting cooked out there. They got to bring Gary Trent Jr. in to play LeBron, somebody that's younger, a better defender. Portland probably could have beat any other team. I think they probably could have gave a hard time. Like I said, Dame has been playing crazy in the bubble, and CJ McCullough just went crazy in the play-in game. So, but we know that's what their guard's going to do. But I'm not buying Portland beating LA, too much LeBron, too much Anthony Davis. And then, you know, the Lakers just need their role players to just do what they need to do. Hit some shots, timely shots. Dion Waiters been playing good, coming off the bench. Alex Caruso been getting him some good minutes. We need Danny Green. Danny Green, where are you? Like, dude, if you ain't gonna do nothing, go sit on the bench. Like, man, do something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take the Lakers in a 6-game series. Out of respect for their backcourt, I know they're gonna get some games. People gonna overhype. You know, they're gonna start talking crazy. But Portland is a solid team. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that they got enough to beat LA though. I'm gonna give the Lakers the 4-2 over Portland. So with that being said, my first round predictions, I got the Milwaukee Bucks over the Magic in a 4-game sweep. I got the Raptors beating the Nets 4-1. I got Boston beating Philly 4-2. I got Miami beating the Pacers 4-2. I got the Rockets beating the Thunder 4-2. I got Denver beating Utah 4-2. I got the Clippers beating Dallas in a 5-game series 4-1. And then I got the Lakers to knock out the Portland Trail Blazers in a 6-game series 4-2. With that being said, thank you for watching the second episode of the Talking Podcast. If you don't follow us on a Facebook group, come send us a friend request on the Talking Podcast. We'll accept you. Also, you can find us on the YouTube on the Talking Podcast. Till next time.